And a very warm welcome to John Horsley's Captain's Day here at Welwyn Garden City. And a warm welcome to all the members. We're going to wander around the golf course and capture one or two of the magic moments. Yes, and our first players captured today, the Tiller girls from those days at the London Palladium. And our first player captured today, Carol Pomeroy, and that's a great drive. That's straight down the middle of the fairway, 300 yards. Now the Tiller girls are really on form today. Judith Moore, and that's another splendid shot there. And Brucey Forsyth and Jimmy Tarbert said they were going to go on to become champion golfers. Now follow that, Therese Pertz. Now come on, Therese. Been a champion player for many years. Got a favourite yellow golf ball, and that is another wonderful drive there. Yes, we've lost our tee peg. We might have to... Oh, we found it. And finally, Rosemary Taylor. Yes, from the old London Palladium, she went on to become one of the Spice Girls. She's known as Sporty Spice, and that's a great drive as well. Now, Anthony Langley having a few adventures this morning, and there was a fine bunker shot there, and one of the finest. But during lockdown, he also found another talent. He's one of the finest gardeners that you'll ever meet. He set up a gardening business, and you see the way the rake is going back and forward. So bunker lessons, he's an expert. But if you want your garden doing, charges £5 an hour and available on a Sunday afternoon. Now through to the first tee, Mark Strachan. Now come on, Mark. Here we are. We're going to do the Happy Gilmore. Here we are. We're concentrating. So here we are, feet together, left foot out, right foot out. The Welwyn Garden City Hokey Cokey champion. Yes, and a nice drive, and that is safely past the ladies' tee. Now, come on now, follow that. Chris Tinwell. Yes, and an elegant swing, just like the Big Easy. Straight down the heart of the fairway. It's always nice to capture a trained athlete. Mark Bates, former policeman, and before that in his younger days, when he was at school, he was very much into music. And his favourite musical instrument, believe it or not, was the dinner bell. And finally, one of the great iron players, John Brandt. Now come on, John. Here we are. Nick Faldo talks about him and says he's one of the finest strikers of a golf ball that he's ever seen. Coming to the final hole of the morning round. Karen Colley. Been a champion player for many years. 3 appearances in the Solheim Cup. Won the Ladies British Open Championship up at St Andrews. And here she is, playing on Captain's Day, and that again is a marvellous shot as the ball finds the heart of the green. Now follow that, another champion golfer, Liz Hare, playing in the Solheim Cup over in Spain in a few weeks' time. 4 times winner on the Ladies European Tour. Yes, and a marvellous swing there, and should be very pleased with that one. Well done. And finally, there's only one. Ali Netzer. She was up this morning at 5 o'clock, 7 outfits on the side of the bed. And we've come out looking glamorous. Again, one of the Spice Girls. She's known as Posh Spice, and there she is. Oh, and that's a marvellous shot. That's in the middle of the green. So an opportunity for a birdie for Posh Spice. And here at the 17th hole, Scott Manning. A man that's been playing some great golf today in the last 5 holes. Gone 5-4, 4-5-4. And 5 here. It's a telephone number of a very nice massage parlour. And if we get it, we'll be in for a happy ending this evening. There he is. He's the club poser. Well, the 17th hole, Dean Chinsky, he's having a few adventures. He's got a wedge that's nearly as big as him. But here we are. The concentration. Kneesford used to be a jockey and got on the horse recently and flattened it. Now, come on now, Jake Cubbin. They say he's got the touch of a midwife, and Mickelson talks about him being one of the finest chippers, and that was horrendous. Yes, and Scott Manning, this putt for a 5, and who knows, the club poser may well be at the massage parlour this evening. A crucial putt for Keith Hall, known as Cash Point, and that was nicely in for 8, and it stops the run of 9s on the scorecard. And celebrating the centenary year, the centenary stone to the side of the first tee. Now, over on the first tee, Nigel Nickelbook. Now, come on now. It's nice to see he's out in the Marks and Spencer's summer range of golfing clothing today. It's nice to see old Wiggy out playing today, and Kevin Bennett. Now, come on, Kevin. Yes, a very talented golfer. Players in front to pass the ladies' tee. Yes. Ooh, now that was a horrendous swing. It was like an octopus trying to get out of a telephone box. Now, Ricky Jakes, personal trainer. So if you're looking to add a few yards on your game, here's the man. Yes, and that ball is on its way to the moon. We've never been that far on holiday. Now, Crystal Bloom from Australia plays on the LET Tour, and oh yes, and there's no problems there. Wonderful swing, a little bit of the old tweak of the right shoulder, and that ball takes the members bounce in the heart of the fairway. Now, up on the second tee, Mark Johnson, known to his golfing friends as Epic. The first man with one of the Callaway drivers, and that's a wonderful shot there. He plays on the Seniors Tour. He's one of the old swingers here at Welwyn Garden City. It's always nice to see the resident comedian, John Boland. He's just done summer season in Skegness, and here he is today, looking the part. Nice and relaxed. Been playing the game for donkey's years, and that's a marvellous shot there, and that ball down the middle of the fairway, some 290 yards. Now, it's nice to see old Ronald Oliver, one of the great Scottish golfers. He used to play Albert in Step 2 and Son, and he was often seen pulling the horse and cart round Glasgow, and here he is today, playing on Captain's Day. Now. That Albert has not got past the ladies' tee. Now, a miracle is expected from Desmond Tutu Salisbury. That's a good shot there, and his right foot is sponsored by Superglue. Wonderful leg action there. Now, the whole 430 yards. We still have 420 yards to go. Ooh, that's gone along the ground. That's known as a sister-in-law. Nice when you're there, but you don't tell anyone you've been there. Now, up on the fourth tee, Rhys Stewart, young man that's had a great amateur career and just turned pro. Yes, and that's a great drive there. You see, there you go. That's the secret. All you need to do is be a clean living young lad. Go out there, have a few little jars, and you'll bang it a country mile. Now, come on now. Daniel Gibson. Now, come on now. Nice swing. All we got to do is just pop it out there. Yes. It's a little bit wayward. We were going to have a caddy, but we were advised we'd be better with a sniffer dog. Now, Ali Hunter. Now, come on, Ali. It's nice to see he's out in his school uniform. He was the head boy at his school many years ago, and oh, Ali. Now, that was wayward. Playing army golf, going left, right. Now, come on now, Georgie lad. Georgie Ackerman. Now, the team are needing a miracle. And all we've got to do is just pop it in the direction of the green, chip and a putt, and we'll get ourselves on course for the captain's prize this year. A trip to the Masters at your own expense. Ooh, and there was no holding back there. And a very crucial putt for the lady captain, Marley. Oh, Marley, lady captain. It's the first one we've missed in 58 years. Now for a retake as a lady captain. That's the way. There you are. We'll be celebrating with a bottle of champagne later. And we'll be getting the holes made bigger. Well, up on the 9th tee, Robert Cox, known as Biff to all his golfing pals. And yes, that's not a bad little nudge there, and 140 yards up the middle of the fairway. We've been doing that all day. Now follow that, Mick Witchelow in the Adams Junior range of golfing clothing. The lady captain in the background having a wonderful game as well, and that's a great drive there, and well done. Look at that there, a pose for the camera. Now follow that, Clive Parkin. He's bored a 5-iron that's nearly as big as him. Now come on now, all the way from Bournemouth, and there was more movement from a Swiss cuckoo clock. Now come on, Joe 90, Greg Jackson. Yes, that's a nice one. There's not many line up on one side, take off, nearly finish up facing in the opposite direction, and still hit it down the middle. Now, Ollie Larby. Now come on, Ollie, let's have a good one. Yes, and that is a good drive there. He's had a few cans already, and it works wonders. Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. There he is. There you go. It's not very often you have Norris from Coronation Street playing. The vice-captain, Andy Colley. Now, come on. Let's have a good one. Nice little bit of leg work. We're in Strictly Come Dancing at Christmas. Great player. Club champion on numerous occasions. And there you go. Well done there, Norris. Be back in the cabin with Rita tonight. Now, Lee Martin, known as Billy Windows. Yes, and the swing like John Daly, with the driver head nearly touching the left ankle at the top of the backswing. We've just crashed it a mile. Now, Happy Gilmore, Barry Whiteman. Yes, you want a bit of work done on your cars, and here's the man. Now, come on now. Yes, well done there, Barry, and that is safely some 270 yards down the centre of the fairway. Now, David Carey, known to many as having the touch of a midwife, and all we're looking for is the perfect delivery, and that was a masterful shot. Now, the immediate past captain, Frank Casey. Putt for birdie. And they've moved the hole, but a safe par 3, and there he is. He's been playing for many years. We've even missed a little tiddler. We haven't done that for many years as well. Now, come on now. James Rubottom. Golf professional and no problems at all. Well done. Now, Andrew Bacon. Yes, one of the worst tee shots we've seen today. Now, 15th tee. AJ. Plays on the Seniors Tour, one of the legends in the game of golf. Plays also down at the Droitwich Golf Club. And there you are, a master of the game for many years. A legend on the Seniors. Now follow that, Ian Worsley. Now come on, Ian. All we need is that perfect drive, that yellow ball safely down the left side of the fairway. He was signed up a contract with Heineken because he's reaching parts of the golf course that no one else has ever reached. Now next up, Dan Armsby, known as Medic to his friends. 3 under par, eagle and a birdie. Nice and relaxed. New golf shirt today. Comes complete with airbag. Well done, Medic. And finally, Gentleman Jim. Jim McGarry. Now, come on, Jim. Won the British Open Championship in 1968. Now. Yes, they've moved the fairway into the trees. Yes, and James McGarry had his own way to play the golf course, through the trees and down other fairways. Well, 12th tee, Scott Cox now, come on now, concentration, and that's a lovely shot there. He's teaching his young man here how to play the game, or I should say, it's young Harry who's giving the lessons these days. Now, here's the master, young Harry Cox, one of the stars of junior golf, and got a great future in front of him, and a lovely golf swing there, and the wee Faldo, Welland Garden City, may one day go on to become an Open champion, or even a Ryder Cup player. Now follow that, Tony Gotobed. Bought a golf book the other day, read all 99 pages. The grip, one of the finest that you can buy from Tesco's. Ooh, we nearly fell over the tee peg, and even Douglas Bader had more leg movement. Then finally, Jason Horsley. Concentration was here at 5 o'clock on the driving range this morning. Ooh, now there's a golf swing. That is the worst golf swing we've seen today on Captain's Day. Now Scott Broom. Yes, another one of the trained athletes. Used to be one of triplets, and he managed to eat the other two. Now Neil Devine. Yellow ball still in play. One of the great putters. Yes, no problems at all. Nicely in for a birdie, and it'll help the team immensely. And finally, Derek McLeod, captain of the 1929 Ryder Cup team. He's been playing the game for nearly 100 years. And that was the last time he missed one of those putts. It must have been 40-odd years ago.
Well, Scott, it's great to catch you, and I know you're playing some fabulous golf today. You're 5 under par. You must be delighted with your round so far.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. 3 birdies, an eagle, a couple of lip outs. Yeah, it's been really well, to be fair. I'm happy.
Well done, and obviously the Ryder Cup in September. Nick Faldo comes from here at Welland Garden City, and he's been talking to Luke Donald, and I know you've had the heads up you're going to be in the Ryder Cup team. You must be thrilled.
Touch and go, they said to me. But, I mean, yeah, if I can get picked, yeah, happy days, really, to be fair.
And the Open Championship this year down at Royal Liverpool, I mean, you didn't manage to win, but you were very close. And you must be looking forward to playing next year up in Scotland at Troon.
Absolutely. What a lovely course. I played it a few years ago. What a lovely, lovely course. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, to be fair.
Well, anyway, you're on the way to setting a course record, so great to stop with you, and I see the secret really is Carlsberg.
That's it, me old mate.
Well done. Nice to see you. Off you go. Keep it going now.
Nice one. Take care.
Well. Have you ever heard so much rubbish? The club poser is at it again. His chat-up lines. Well, from one golfing star to another, Ray Staff. Having a few adventures as well, and yes, he's played the game for many, many years. He's another one of the founder members here, and playing for over 100 years, and can tell a few stories. Won championships all over the county. A legend in the game of golf. And Captain John, doing a wonderful job, and a great turnout, and I must say I've been a pro for many years, and I've never seen a Captain's Day as popular as what this gentleman has had. He's organised the weather, the sun's coming out now. Well done, Captain. And we've even got the wife calling as well. Like all good captains, when the wife, Hot Nicky, rings up, you've got to take the call. Now, over to the 7th tee. Stuart Edwards. Good centre position. Yes, and the ball just heading off like a dart straight down the middle of the fairway. Now playing alongside him, one of the golfing greats, Paul Edwards. Played in the Ryder Cup 4 times. Won championships all over the world. And for a young lad, still knocks it down the middle of the fairway. Now. Come on, Raymond. We had a few adventures at the last hole. Regarded as a champion golfer, and here we are. Nice little bit of leg work as well. And yes, and the ball heading off down the middle. And once again, the leg work, or the legs, are sponsored by Superglue. And finally, Anthony Stone, right foot in, left foot in, nice and relaxed. Had a lesson of the PGA Pro this morning, and that was a splendid drive there. And you see, there you go. And some champion golfers in this group, and the look of disbelief. Free Carlsberg, and we're knocking it down the middle. Now, if you didn't find Birchie on the golf course, you'd be in trouble. But here he is, looking very dapper today. He's got one of Val Doonigan's old golfing shirts, and he was a great friend of him, and there he is there. Yes, no problems. We've got all the gear and no idea. Steve Flame. Stevie, lad. Yes, they've moved the green. It was a little chip shot there. I think it was very near the old hosel. Now, Paul Saunders. You may recognise him. He's one of the Teletubbies. He's actually Dipsy. Lala couldn't be here today, and that's a fine shot there. Well done, Dipsy. And when he's not on TV, he also covers up as a police officer. Now, Stevie, come on, lad. We've gone into the other bunker now. We're having an adventure. We'd outsell the Harry Potter book. We've been everywhere on the golf course. Wonderful technique with a rake. Another man that opened up a gardening business in between his football days. Now, Keith Piggott, past captain. You may recognise him. He used to play Captain Mannering in Dad's Army. And there he is today, leading the troops. And James Vallance, having his own adventures today. His favourite golf ball, he's had it for 6.5 years. He doesn't want to lose it. He's been everywhere. He's been on holiday with him. Somewhere in, hang on a moment, I think we might have found it. We're allowed 3 minutes. We've had half an hour already. We're sending in the search party. They're all coming now. There you go. That's it. There's a little white ball. It's got a few dents and bruises on it. There we go. I think we might have found it. Even Captain Mannering's coming in now. There you go. Well, you see, when I was a young lad marching round the parade ground, my troops never went in the trees. But there they are. Captain Mannering passing on a few tips. That's the way. That's it. Why don't you give the game up? Go and have a beer with the captain. That's all you got to do. There you go. There you go. Our favourite ball. Never mind. 6.5 years that ball's been in our golf bag. It's been all over the world, and today it's got a mind of its own. It's making us drink a bit as well. Carlsberg, it puts wonders in our game. Come on, Captain Mannering. Let's have a good one here. Yes. And that's the way to do it. Leading the troops, and there's Bombardier having a go as well. There you go, that's the way, and we'll have another one in the hole, and we'll forget about that ball that we've had for 6.5 years. That's up in the middle of the trees. Here we go. This for the team. Captain's trip to the Masters is still within reach. Yes, and it's lovely to see that the cats from Emmerdale have come all the way from up in Yorkshire. Now Lee Isherwood plays one of the Dingles. Yeah, that's a great drive there. Lovely tee shot there. Well done. Now the landlord from the Woolpack, Martin Groom. Another one of the trained athletes. He used to be one of triplets, and he managed to eat the other two as well. Now, come on now, follow that. John Lane. He's the landlord back at the Woolpack, and they've got to get back for closing time later. Yes, and a splendid shot there. He played Pro Celebrity with Peter Allis many years ago. And finally, Martin Dossett. There's a few of them out on the golf course. They're like the Dingles, but here we are. Let's have a nice one. Yes, easy swing. So there they are. The cast from Emmerdale. And our star man here doing a wonderful job. He's got so many birdies on the card and puts it down to a few cans of beer along the way. Yes, we've got golfing stars, we've got Emmerdale cast, we've also got the 1929 Ryder Cup team players here. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how good you play the game. These men, members of the 1929 Ryder Cup team at the Moortown Golf Club in Leeds, out celebrating with a little bit of port and cheese, and there'll be many stories to be told about the great game of golf. GOLF. Great opportunities, lifelong friends. And that's what they are. And that's why they play the game and play on Captain's Day and can tell a few stories at the end of the day about the travels around the world. Yes, we've played golf all over the world. Barry Taylor. And there you are. Arnold Palmer used to say what a great player he was. Oh, Dr. Richard Roberts. Been a member for many years, a past captain, and knows every bit about this golf course. Made birdies all over the place, and eagles, been a great player. And finally, Ron Miller. Yes, and a great shot there. There we are. There's not many that line up on one side, take off, nearly finish up facing in the opposite direction, and still hit the ball into the heart of the green. As we're coming to the end of filming, it's always nice to capture one of the trained athletes. Pete Winchcombe is a great friend of Craig Stadler, and they both go to the same gym once a year. But here he is, telling a few stories to the boys about the days when he used to wander around the world and win these golfing tournaments. And today, he's bracing the fairways on Captain's Day. And at the end of the day, there was a great turnout for Captain's Day, and the Connolly clan certainly turned out in force, with Billy there at the end, playing a leading role. And as we come to the end of filming, if you haven't been captured on camera, you've been quite lucky. But I hope today that everybody's enjoyed the day here on Captain's Day, celebrating John Horsley's year of captaincy. And I'm sure there'll be many stories to be told about the big drives and the little tiddlers that didn't go in the hole. But I look forward to meeting you all again on the middle of the fairways. And if I land on your fairway, I shall say hello. But if you land on my fairway, you can always say you learnt a trick shot.